We are at Alona Beach, Panglao Bohol. Get this other thing taken off. Yeah, hold on, I'm just turning this off here, so. Pardon me?
Stand it up like it was.
That's fine like that. I don't want to block the camera there. What's that?
The camera's only on one side.
It's up here. If I stand that up, it'll be as tall as that, I think. Well, it's me and my son. We're out here on Bohol, Panglao. We came into Tagbilaran earlier today via the ferry. Nice, relaxing ride. And now we just find ourselves sitting here beachside. We thought we would just do a live so you could enjoy a little bit, excuse me, of the sunset. And by all means, give the thumbs up and please comment, say hello, let us know where you're watching from. It would be awesome to hear from you. Reconnecting. Yeah, not the best signal from here, but we're trying. Appreciate you. Hello, hello, and there's my son, Trevor. Trevor, say hello.
Hello.
Trevor got in on the 1st of January, and we've been to Boracay. We went to Cataclan, and then we went to Rojas City. We were in Cebu last night. That was a great time. And, well, today we find ourselves in Panglao. And I know you want to look at my ugly mug, and so I'll turn you around there. Look at that. We showed our faces and everybody disappeared. Wow, that really hurts. But I think I'll get over it. It's okay. Say hello. I see we got one person viewing right now, but you're just as important as if 500 were. So I appreciate you at least tuning in for a couple of seconds or 30 seconds or whatever. We're going to be doing this for about, I think, 30 minutes is usually what I let these go for. Little brown guy. Hey, y'all. Where are you at tonight? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Look at this. White Russian, like the dude. We are in Bohol at Alona Beach in Panglao, Islander. We've been trekking around. It's my son's. Hold on, choking on a cherry. It's my son's first visit to the Philippines, so we wanted to go touring a little bit. We don't have any specific places that we're going. We just kind of like day to day, we decide where we want to go, but depending on how we feel, whether we're going to stay there for a long time or anything. I will tell you that we had a great Maxim driver here. If you are in the area, Maxim and Grab, they do work here. Such great guys. Hi from Boracay, Rogerio. There's Rogerio, dude. It's good to see you. I hope everything's going well. Look, it's beautiful here. We're having a great time. Glad to see that you're still hanging out. Say hello to Dennis for me, please. Islander, your wife is Boholana. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, goodbye. See y'all there when I come. Well, I don't know how long we're going to be here. It'll probably be for just a couple of days. Not to bring anybody down or anything, but I just heard this morning that my father had passed away, so that's kind of cut our trip a little bit. So I want to get back to Samar so I can start talking to my brothers and sisters about what we're going to do there. But like I said, I'm not here to bring you down about anything like that. What it does make me appreciate the fact that I, as a father, get to hang here with my son in the Philippines, and we've had a terrific time. Have you not had a terrific time?
I've had a great time.
Trevor has had a great time. You guys are going to, Rogerio, you're going to Palawan. Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you, Cyprus. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you to say. Hey, if you guys would do a thumbs up on this, I'd appreciate this. I've only done a few, maybe like one or two. And so the thumbs up kind of give it momentum that most people will start watching them a little bit more often. Of course, then again, I don't know. I turned it around just a few seconds ago, facing Trevor's face, and everybody that we had on it dropped off. So I don't know if we're perfectly disfigured or what. No, I don't think so. To be quite honest with you, I think we're pretty attractive young men. Anyway, let me get you to look at the beach. It's really beautiful. Dan, bro, so sorry to hear about that news. God be with you. Thank you, Islander. I appreciate that. I really. He was a great man. Just amazing. Maybe someday I'll just tell a story about some of the things that he had done. He's a retired master gunnery sergeant in the Marine Corps. Did 4 years in Quezon. That is one of the reasons that I do want to visit Vietnam and go check out Quezon just to see the ground that my father had tread upon. My great-grandfather, who's also passed a long time ago, said he was one of the toughest sons of bitches that he had ever met. And there was a story of them fishing off the coast of Southern California. Maybe I'll share it on a vlog one time, or maybe the next time I go live. But I just say my father was just an amazing man, and I would only hope to be at least a 16th of an incredible guy that he was. Let's see, LeBron guy, Panglao Beach, Bohol. I don't know where that's at, but I'll check it out. We're at Panglao right now. Thank you, Cyprus. Thank you. No worries. You're all still so handsome. Well, thank you, Soccer King. We appreciate that. We appreciate that a lot. Well, we both think we're incredibly good looking, so we didn't want to come off as vain, so we just said we were horrifically disfigured. No, I'm playing. But I'm sure a great looking guy as well. Where's the nice view, Rogerio? We are a beachside cantina here in Panglao on the island of Bohol. And I think you and Dennis would really like this area a lot. It's really nice. Over here on Alona Beach is where we are. There was a lot of tourists here. We're staying down the beach at this place called Bikini Beach, and there's just there's nobody there, but we've got a little restaurant there where we're staying, and they have cold beers and things, so it's really nice. It's about 25 minutes away from here, but the Maxim ride cost us 147 pesos, and that's a steal. So again, I recommend a Maxim and grab if you're going to be traveling anywhere. So thanks for your dad's service and dedication to liberty. Thank you for saying so, Islander. I appreciate that. Alona Beach ain't Palau, but it's decent. Yeah, I would love. That has always been on my bucket list since I was a young kid, is to go to Palau, and I'm that much closer, so I think I will. Bikini Bottom, yeah, we looked for the Krusty Krab. I couldn't find SpongeBob or Patrick the Starfish, but I know there's, we were sitting next to the beach at where we are, and the giant clam shells. There were a couple on the beach that looked prehistoric. It was amazing. How big were these things? Were like
3 feet wide.
That's what I was going to say, like 3 feet wide. It was amazing. I was like, my God, I've never seen such big ones. I've seen the film, or the old diving films where somebody's got their legs stuck in it and they can't get out and they're breathing. But these things were like 5-6 times bigger, huge. It was amazing. So we're having a great time. I didn't hear the beginning, but I got you lost your dad. So sorry to hear that. Thank you, Rogerio. Yeah, it was earlier this morning that my daughter called, and I spoke with my brother, and his girlfriend. Yeah, my dad at 82 had a girlfriend, not a wife. But we're working through all of that, and so I'll end up here probably in a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, maybe a little bit longer, to fly over to Oahu, where my dad headed up the Kaneohe Air Base over there, and spread his ashes off of North Beach by the dive rock out there. So it should be a lot of fun. And plus, my sister lives on Maui. I have another brother on Kona, and it'll be nice to see all of them together. Unfortunately, the circumstances aren't the best. But hey, I didn't do this live to get into that or anything like that. I just wanted to say it's a beautiful area. If you've not been here, by all means, maybe put it on your bucket list. I think you'd like it a whole heck of a lot. And what is the name of this place that we're at? I always forget the names of the place.
Bar we're at.
What's the name of this place?
Oasis.
Oasis. It's the Oasis Resort, and Dennis, I'm drinking another White Russian. Okay, Dennis is from Russia. We met Dennis on Boracay, and Rogerio, who's in the chat. Two great guys. Rogerio, of course, from Brazil. Yeah, I live on Samar right now. Yeah. And so, here in Palau, I met Palau. I don't know. I was thinking Palau when you said it. Maybe I'm wrong. And when I get there, Islander's going to check out the Oasis when he gets here on Friday. What was your name?
Orban.
Orban. Orban. He's the bartender. He'll take good care of you if you come on by here, Islander. Okay. So peaceful here. White people are at war. Other places in war right this second, dying. Where are you, Chad? Are you here? Did I miss a earlier chat from you? Where are you at right now? Corvin, yeah. Gotcha. Mahalo. Look at there. There's a mahalo from Hawaii. Yeah, no problem, brah. Shaka. But this drink, it's the kind, brah. This White Russian is awesome. No, just got here from New Hampshire. Right on, Chad. Right on. Where are you at right now, Chad? Still in Palau, but lived in Hawaii as a kid. Where did you live in Hawaii, Islander? Dennis had asked for B-52 better, he said. Yeah, we had our share of B-52s on Boracay. Thank you guys for sharing those with us. However, Dennis was supposed to pay for them, but I picked up that tab. Hold on, you guys better get to Bohol right now and buy me some B-52s. Hey, just the company was well worth it. You guys were great. I really appreciate it. Why can't the whole world be like this? You know, Chad, that's a good question, brother. And I think there are a lot of us here that ask that all the time. And once again, I don't think it's the people. We got into this conversation earlier. It's not the people. I think all the people can get along. We all deal with the same stuff every day. It's these governments and their power trips, and they got to measure their junk against each other. Like he's got the bigger than the other guy. I'm trying to be careful about how I say it, but you know what I mean. So I'm in Gorham, New Hampshire. Never been. Well, actually, no, I have been to New Hampshire. I think I drove through there just once when I was coming through Mount Pelier. I went up and went across Lake Champlain into New Hampshire. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking no, because I went over to Maine, because I went to Maine and went down south to Gloucester to watch the movie The Perfect Storm years and years ago. Of course, The Perfect Storm took place on a fishing boat out of Gloucester, Matt. I said this would be the perfect place to see it. So it was kind of like a trip that I wanted to do, and it was great. But that whole Northeast, it's beautiful. I've not got to experience in autumn, but I loved it. Everything looked like it was out of a Norman Rockwell painting when you're out of the cities. It's beautiful. People are hung up on their own quirks as well. Yes, true. No, you're right. I think because there's so much going on in their lives. It costs so much to live. They got to work so hard. They got to think about themselves, and each one is trying to get ahead to do better for their family. Of course, there's each one that's saying, I want to get ahead because I just want to get ahead and be the big dog, the alpha and everything. And there's nothing wrong with being an alpha. But an alpha takes care of the pack. They don't just take care of themselves. So if we all just, I'm almost sounding like a pacifist. So if we all just decided to just, be cool to each other, I think things would go a lot further. Rogerio, I wish, yeah. Catch you in the next live. Thanks for doing this live. See ya. Rogerio, you and Dennis have a great time. Thank you very much. And I see there's 26 people viewing. I know it's not a lot compared to a lot of lives out there, but I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in. And if you could smack that like button, I would love the hell out of that. Once again, it'll just help. And I hate saying this like everybody else. It'll help the algorithm get it out more and the videos. And I've been uploading videos of Trevor and mine, our adventures here. And I've got another one that I have to go back to the hotel room and work on from Rojas City. We had a great time in Rojas City. We got to hang out like royalty, didn't we, Trevor?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, my
it was
God.
Quite the treat.
Yeah, it was really, really nice. I think we hung out with, I think the richest, the vice chairman of Pueblo de Panay, basically the richest family, I think, on all of Capiz, the island of Capiz. Well, I don't want to say that because she was extremely gracious. It was wonderful how she treated us. It was such a nice time. So, did you have to save up for a year to afford this trip? No. The trip has been actually quite affordable, Chad. I think, I don't want to go into details, but aside from the plane ticket that I bought for Trevor, I think we've probably spent less than $1,500, maybe $2,000 at the most. And I don't even, I think that I'm going a little crazy with because everything's affordable. I don't stay in the huge resorts or anything. Occasionally we will splurge, but everything's reasonably affordable here. It costs more in places like Alona Beach than staying where I am at Bikini Beach. It costs a lot more staying on White Beach in Station 123 in Boracay than staying over in Tambisaan, where there's no restaurants, but if you don't mind buying a couple of groceries at the Sari Sari store, I think our breakfast that one day cost us like 80 pesos. That's less than $1.50. Yeah, like $1.20 for breakfast for Trevor and I. So it's just how you manage things, but everything is good. Hiya, Jerome in the jungle. It's good to see you. Kumar, thank you very much for joining in. I appreciate you. Would you prefer Rojas City or Bohol? Well, I think they're individually have different things to offer. Upcountry Bohol, I think, is amazing. I loved Rojas City. It hasn't been taken over by a lot of tourists. There's a few expats there, but very, very few. But if I could find a Rojas City on Bohol, that would be awesome. Because I was saying earlier, Iloilo is so flat, and even Rojas is flat. And I'm a topography guy. I like hills and forests and stuff like that. And Bohol has a lot more of that to offer. And I think there are a lot of expats that live here. I know there's a lot of Europeans that visit here. I think it's a big tourist place for Koreans. In fact, I think to the Panglao airport, there's a flight directly from Korea once a day. So you've got that, but it's all right. I was thinking 15K. Well, Chad, you could make it 15K. You know, it depends. I don't want to say that I know a little bit more, but I mean, I know some tricks and secrets and stuff, and I only learned them from being here. And actually, my wife had schooled me because she's lived here all her life, and she's helped me learn some of the things that I don't get taken advantage of, and so I appreciate her. I love her. She's the greatest woman in the world. So let's see. Where is this? Not sure. It looks amazing. Once again, Chad, it is the island of Bohol, and this is Alona Beach on a small southern tip of Bohol called Panglao. It's right off across the bridge from the most southern city. Am I starting to slur, or am I just building saliva up? On the most southern city of Bohol, which is Tagbilaran. And then you can just take a quick ride over to Palau, or not Palau, but Panglao, and you don't have to take a ferry or anything right there from Tagbilaran to Panglao. So, good evening, Kuya. Good evening to you as well. Lamat, thank you for joining us tonight. I appreciate you. It is 6:17 in the evening right now, and the date is what, the 8th? Is it the 8th or the 9th?
Oh, the 8th, 9th, 10th, whatever it is. We don't care.
Yeah. We've lost
It's the 8th.
track of time, so. Yeah, it's the 8th here. I know when I was talking to my brother, it's this afternoon, it was the 7th, and it was 6 o'clock in the evening there, and it was like 10:30 for us in the morning here. So what state is hate, and what state is hate? Oh, what state is that? And beach. David, I don't mind saying it over and over again because I know there are a lot of people joining us. It is the island of Bohol, the most southern part. It is Panglao, and the beach is Alona Beach. And there are a lot of activities here on Bohol. It's there's whale shark swimming. There's lots of great scuba diving. There's the Chocolate Hills, which is a big tourist attraction. There are some great river cruises here. There are little monkeys or marsupials that can be found nowhere else on the planet. Just don't take a flash photograph of them, because they will stress themselves out and kill themselves, from what I hear. But yeah, it's beautiful. Is there weed? Yes, I'm sure, but I would not partake in it here, just for your safety, okay? I know that in the past, if you were into that kind of thing, things would not end well for you. So, and besides, what's a couple of weeks or whatever in paradise without that? I mean, you don't need it. I'm sure you can enjoy it and say I need it and all that, but you can really go without that. And I'm not saying that I agree or disagree with it. I'm just saying it's not necessarily a must. But yeah, I wouldn't deal with it here if you know what's best for you. AKA, that's words to the wise. You can, if you want to learn more about what I was talking about, you can look at President Duterte and the drug wars that went down before President Marcos was elected. And I'm not siding with either one of them. I'm just saying, for historical purposes, you can look into that. And it would probably help you out. Where's everybody from? This is Philippines, right? Yes, Chad, it is the Philippines. And you can fly into Manila, and I'm not sure because I didn't take it, but I'm not sure if there's a direct flight from Manila to Panglao. I'm sure there is, but I'm not 100% sure. And if there's not, you can just go to like Cebu and then take the ferry across, which is a nice one. It's about It's 2 hours, depending if you use Ocean Jet or if you use To Go, which takes 4 hours, and it's kind of more like a mini cruise ship. Yeah, Chad, there you go. Yeah. It's a lot of people just haven't thought about it, but it's a developing country. A lot of people still want to say it's a third world country, but it's a developing country, and you'll hear a lot of negatives about, people living here and being taken advantage of financially and stuff. And I'll say it happens in every country in the world. But if, for instance, if it was you and you were extremely poor, you would want to try and get every dime you could out of somebody just to survive, just to feed your family, So I understand that. Panglao, Alona, Little Boracay, to the locals. You say that, but actually there is an island off of Rojas City that is considered Little Boracay, or Boracay. And of course, Boracay is off the island of Capiz, where Rojas City is. But just right out of the bay, there's an island there. And I can't remember the local name of it, but it's like head and stomach. The old tale is that two giants fought out there, and I don't know if one beheaded another one and then spilled his guts or whatever. But it's an amazing little place. And the thing is with Rojas City, it has a lot to offer. The Gigantes Islands over there. And the thing is, they don't really market their tourism just yet. And there are a lot of beautiful, beautiful places to be able to see. Where you live in the USA? How long it took you to get there from USA? You can fly from the West Coast. It takes you about 14 hours, depending on where you lay over. If you lay over in Narita, Japan, or in Taipei, Taiwan. And I don't live in the USA anymore. I live here in the Philippines on the island of Samar. I live in Catbalogan City on the west side of Samar. It's about 3 hours north of a city called Tacloban or Tacloban. I have to say that because somebody goes, "You said that wrong." Tacloban. That is on the island of Leyte. You have to go across the San Juanico Bridge and get to Samar, but right on. How do you say William or William? I know I'm blowing that, and I apologize profusely. Sorry. What do you think, Trevor?
William.
It's like Guatemala or Guatemala. How are you going to say it, It's like Americans say Jesus and Hispanics say Jesus,
Well, it's like William, but instead of a W, it's a single U.
Yes, yeah. So it'd be William. I like it. I like originality. Way to go. William. The bar you're at, the young Australian guy runs the place. I did not know that. If that is the case, that's my bartender. Does he run it or does he own it? Because I think this is not just a bar, it is a whole resort.
Oasis Resort.
Yeah, the Oasis Resort is what it is. And I know here in the Philippines, they wouldn't hire an Australian guy to work here and be in charge of a bar. Foreigners can't do jobs that Filipinos can do. So unless you have a skill that's highly technical or anything, you cannot work in the Philippines. You cannot own a business in the Philippines unless you have Filipino partners, and you can only own 40% of that business. And you can have, another one that owns, another Filipino that owns 30%, and another Filipino that owns 30%. But Filipinos have to have 60% ownership. Wife needs you. Yes. Islander, you have a good one. If your wife needs you, she is certainly more important than this. You say hello to her, and you have yourself a wonderful evening, and enjoy. Thank you very much for tuning in and checking it out. I see we got 17 on now. If you can hit the thumbs up button, I usually just do 30 minutes because I don't want to say that I'm worth a whole lot of people's time. But I do enjoy talking to everybody, so I appreciate everybody that is tuned in. And no matter where you are, I hope you have a great evening. If you have any questions or anything, you can find me on YouTube at, well, of course, you're watching this on YouTube, Fish Tank Media. And I believe the easiest way is Fish Tank Media Phil. And the Phil stands for the Philippines, the PHIL. And that's all one word, Fish Tank Media Phil. Or you can get me email, fishtankmedia.global@gmail.com. How far is Australia from there by plane? You know, Chad, I don't know, having never flown from Australia to here. I will, however, tell you that there are a lot of Australians here. There are a lot of Aussies that I've run into here, and they seem to love it. So if you're from Australia, come on. I love Australians. Of course, I love Brazilians. I love Russians. I love Koreans. I love Japanese. Anybody, you know, I just appreciate everybody, as long as they're good people. And I think everybody can agree with that. So thanks very much for your time. It really meant a lot that you actually took some time out of your day or evening to hang out with me and my son, Trevor. This is the first time my son, Trevor, has ever been to the Philippines. So we're taking him around, and or I'm taking him around, and we're having a great time. But we really appreciate you. Do you love tribe cannibals in... I don't know any cannibals here.
That might be our next visit.
Andres, but I do live in the barangay San Andres, so and that's on Samar. But there are no cannibals there. However, I have an uncle who's my wife's uncle, but he's now my uncle, who eats cobras, and he'll eat them raw and drink their blood. He's been bit by king cobras many times. It does not affect him. He does not care. And he's also one of the best kubo builders. Isla Pa. Yeah, Dua. Yeah.
So that person. How another white Russian?
Yes. Opo. Lamat. And he builds some of the greatest kubo, even bamboo houses, bamboo furniture. The guy's amazing. So, yeah. Thank you, Andres. You guys have a nice night. I appreciate, like I said, each and every one of you jumping on with us this evening. My son is having a good time here in the Philippines? Yeah. Let's see. Fascinating. I'm from Argentina. Is it night there? It is. It's 6:29 in the evening. So it's beautiful. In there it's morning. Yes, because you're like almost Central Time in the United States. So, yeah.
I sure am, Chad. I sure am. I can agree with that.
Yeah, really. Man, I appreciate all you guys. Thanks very much. It was really, really nice speaking with everybody. I enjoyed it, and I hope you had enjoyed it as well. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. I tell you, I'm extremely happy. You know, my blood pressure's gone down. I've got a beautiful wife. We have a new baby girl. Well, she's about 7 months old now. I live in the forest, aka the jungle, surrounded by uncles and aunts, nieces and nephews, cousins, and life couldn't be better. It's extremely peaceful. Thank you very much, sir. Such great service here. I will tell you, Sometimes you don't think that the service is that good here in the Philippines, but honestly, the Filipino people are very shy people, and it's not that they're ignoring you or not trying to serve you well. They're just trying to show you respect, and they don't want to bother you. That's it. So if you see them across the room on their phones and or chatting with each other and stuff, it's because they don't want to bother you. So you just don't ever feel bad to say, hey, can I have another? What is this?
That's my beer.
Oh, did you get a draft?
Yeah.
Okay, I was looking for a Mai Tai. Here you go. Here you. Yeah, there you are. There you are. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, I'm from India. Hey, I'm from India. Hey, I'm from India. I guess in India you're supposed to say that 3 times. Oh,
Like the
4
Costco boys.
4
Boom,
times. Yeah,
boom,
yeah.
boom.
4 times. 4 times. Yeah. Ishant Singh. Well, I'm glad. Thank you, man, for tuning in. I hope everything is well. Have you been to the Philippines from India? And we love people from India. Just like Rogerio earlier on here from Brazil, but everybody thinks he's from Bangladesh.
I will say, Chad, it's pretty tough to find a nice steak if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
You might have to pay top dollar for that.
And if you go to the market sometime and you go, wow, look, there's steak there, most of the time it's carabao. So, and I don't know if you know what carabao is, but if you've ever seen a jungle movie where they're in the rice fields with a water buffalo, that's carabao. And no, it does not taste like a USDA 20-ounce ribeye done on the grill or in an iron skillet with garlic butter and that kind of stuff. But what do I think about India? You know, I have to be honest with you. I had never have been there, but I have wanted to visit. I have a friend in Bavaria that goes there all the time. In fact, that is married to an Indian girl, and he loves it, travels there all the time. Just haven't had the opportunity, and I don't know if I'll do that anytime soon, but eventually it's one of those things, bucket list. You know, I don't know if I'll be able to make it, but it's definitely on the bucket list. I have a few things ahead of that. Like I said earlier, Palau, I got to do Palau. But India certainly is not off the radar. I want to do Vietnam because my father was in the service there. I want to do Khe Sanh. I want to go Hanoi because I watched the movie The Hanoi Hilton, and I'm familiar with that story. I want to see the city of Hue, which was just a horrific battle zone at one time. And I think it's really a testament to the people of Vietnam on how generous and nice they are to foreigners and Americans and French people and all of that now, especially after the history. So I will definitely want to check it out. Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you very much. I don't know how to say thank you in Indian, or I know that's probably not the name of the language.
I mean, they speak
Hindu,
multiple languages,
yeah.
so.
Okay, guys, have a nice night. Don't forget to see the stars in the sky. Bye, gotta go. Thank you, Andres. You have a good one as well. If you haven't clicked the like button, please do so. And wow, I've gone over time. Usually I just relate, like I said, 30 minutes, but we've gone almost to 40. So you have yourself an excellent, excellent night. One more time, a quick flash of where we are. This is Alona Beach, and this is just a tiny, tiny section of it. If you just are joining us, you should watch the beginning of it so you can see the sun setting and how beautiful it is. So thanks, everybody. I appreciate you so, so much. And I'll see if I can get this to turn on. Oh, there's my hello, thank you. Have yourself a great night, and you continue to be you.